Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
What's up, everyone? You're listening to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
I'm Dan Rosen, your other co-host for the podcast this week.
Oh, yeah, baby. And if you're watching on YouTube, we're back in a professional podcast studio setup.
We're staying as far as we were last time. We didn't listen to anyone. We're at like the Mr. Burns table across from each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But overall, feedback has been good. I think y'all are liking the slicker setup.
Yeah. Someone said you looked really good. They didn't say I looked good. They said you in this beautiful lighting, this soft lighting, are glowing. I look the same.
It's okay.
So there's no lighting that can fix me.
I'm Korean, Dan. And we're going to talk about beef season 2. Yeah. It's part of my culture.
Yeah,
looks max, plastic surgery, you name it.
You're mogging. This is why I have to dress like this, to just try to compete. I have to pull out all the stops.
And pulling out, what Dan means by that is just going full grandpa core.
Yeah, little grandpa.
Little grandpa.
Just like Ryan Gosling in Project Hail Mary.
How are you, Dan?
I'm so good, Brian.
Have you
had a lovely morning?
Have you recovered?
We did have a...
Can I tell the listeners what happened?
Yeah. We had an interesting evening.
Yeah.
I've not recovered.
Last night, it's fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh. Last night, Dan and I, we went to Pioneer Works in Red Hook to see Oneohtrix Point Never.
That's how you pronounce it.
Oneohtrix Point Never.
Great. Now you know.
Yeah. It's a play on 106.7, which is a soft rock station based in Boston.
Got it. I thought it was like a native. It sounded like Waxahachie or like so.
Waxahachie?
You were Waxahachie, yeah.
Weehawken and Hackensack.
Again. But this is good. This is the service we provide to our listeners so they don't look like idiots.
Right.
When some gorped up nerds surround them in an alley and tell them to pronounce Oneohtrix Point Never or they'll get beaten up.
Yeah.
And now they can do that.
And the Oneohtrix Point Never concert at Pioneer Works coincidentally happened to be the site where I eavesdropped on a devastatingly awkward social interaction.
Among my biggest fails of all time. I don't think I've ever had. Just it could not have gone worse. Through really, unfortunately, no fault of my own.
I had a hard time getting out of bed this morning because of the secondhand embarrassment that I was subjected to because of you.
Yeah. Yeah, you conveniently just stayed right out of frame, deliciously enjoying my pain and suffering. Very curb evening. Yeah, we were at the bar before the show. Yeah, and I ran into this guy. He's friends of a friend, but we hung out a bunch like 10 years ago. I hadn't seen him. I'm like, oh hey, what like nice guy. He's like, hey, what's up? How are you? First thing, he's like, yeah, honestly, not great. Immediately, you're like, okay, this guy has broken the
social contract.
Social contract where you just lie about how you're feeling,
right,
and say you're good. So that means like,
and mind you, I have to clarify for the listeners that there are no awkward pauses throughout any of this. It's just smooth.
I thought I recovered pretty well.
Well, just keep going.
Okay, so then
you ask how he's doing.
In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I think I had, his dad's a little well known, and I'd heard that his dad had passed away a few years ago, so like maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm not gonna press it. And then we just do small talk. Oh, you just moved to the city. You still do comedy. You still work whatever. Yada yada. He's gonna come to my comedy show. And then I feel like this is where I should have stopped and just said goodbye. But I couldn't help myself, and I was like, I'm really sorry you're not doing well. The empathy in me. I was like, really sorry you're not doing well.
Was it the empathy in you?
I think I felt compelled to say that.
It wasn't your insatiable lust for life and curiosity. It was the empathy.
Well, then he says, like, yeah, my wife died a few months ago.
How many a few? He said a couple months ago.
Which, I'll be honest, was not expecting.
You handled it with grace, though. You recovered.
We're not at wife dying age, Brian. This isn't The Notebook.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So I immediately feel like among the biggest pieces of shit in the world.
I mean, you kind of deserved it.
I kind of do. This is why you should
have just let it.
Should not. This is why
did you do that?
Curiosity killed the cat, me.
Oh, hey, it was really great seeing you. But by the way,
I had an out.
If you don't mind me asking,
I touched the stove.
Why aren't you doing well? Oh, my wife died a couple months ago.
I didn't say why aren't you doing well. I just said I'm really sorry. I wanted to. he was hurting. Yeah, not how. So then that was all I could think of. Because this poor guy, has probably told every single person in his life already. He's already had to deal with this horrible trauma, reliving it over and over. And then he just sees me and he's like, now I have to fucking tell it again to Dan fucking Rosen. This is what's left. I thought I checked every single person off the list. So that was brutal.
And it was the nonchalance of it all, too. Rolled off the tongue. Both sides.
Yeah.
Your recovery, your bounce back
I did
from
okay.
that. You did pretty well.
Okay,
you did pretty well.
You saw my
yeah
my social grace.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed.
You were facing away. I wish I could have seen your face.
I wasn't a part of this conversation.
I know, but I just wanted to.
I wish I didn't hear that. That ruined my night too, Dan. That was crazy. Couple months.
He's already going to OPN.
He's already.
I'm sure he's
that's a testament to OPN's influence.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast.
I really hope he doesn't listen.
He's a very sweet guy, and really the worst thing that could happen to.
It reminds me of this really, really funny tweet by Stephen Phillips Horst. Mm-hmm. It was like,
my wife died.
Yeah,
that was the tweet.
No. He was like, oh, you find out that your husband has been like abducted. Mm-hmm. Do you still come home and do your 12-step skincare routine?
Yeah.
And in this case, yes, you still go to the OPN concert.
You still go to the OPN.
Engage in a horrible small talk with a comedian named Dan Rosen.
So we beat on. Yeah, the concert was great though.
Yeah. Were we at an OPN concert? Were we at a Porta Rocha after party? Who knows?
Yes,
the Venn diagram
exactly.
is a circle there.
Every single person there had just done a marathon watching of the Decalogue series, all 10 episodes at John Wilson's Ridgewood Theater.
Did you go to that?
No.
I have multiple friends.
Who invited you?
And I don't know what that says about me.
That says you belong at the OPN concert, Brian. You were exactly at home.
What is it? It's like a Polish TV show?
It's
like a 12-hour marathon
10
screen.
hours. 10 hours. It's a 10-hour miniseries. Each
no thanks.
film is an hour and loosely based on the 10 Commandments.
I'm good on the Decalogue series.
Guess I won't be inviting you to any of that. Yeah, the OPN concert was like, I don't know. It's like an audio.
That
visual.
pause tells you everything.
No, I don't.
What was it like? It was
because it's not melodic. Afterwards I described it to you like each song is kind of like the intro of a Drake song.
Yeah.
Where there's kind of like instrumentals, things are rising, Drake saying some bullshit before the beat and the song drops, and it's just like that mode, but with these kind of spectacular, very 90s, glitchy, projections and film video art almost that like creates this sensory experience.
Yeah. This is going to be I looked through the run of show for today's episode.
Should we say OPN, by the way, he's kind of invented Vaporwave, or one of the pioneers of Vaporwave. He did all the music for Safdie Brothers films, Marty Supreme, Uncut Gems, Good Time, etc.
Yeah, just a lot of synths. Wow.
Yeah. But then also like very like doesn't he feel like he collected, like he's like a garbage collector of sounds from every place in the internet. He took like sometimes you're like, it kind of sounds like the GoldenEye,
garbage. I was gonna say he's like maybe like a pioneer of sound art, a cutting edge, but sure, a garbage collector works. Yeah.
Did you ever watch those eyewitness science videos when you were in high school or like middle school?
Yeah.
Did they show you those?
Yeah.
I was thinking about like, this is this, I'm going to play a little bit of this because I was like, what the fuck does this sound like to me? And then it's exactly...
OPN, if you're listening, I apologize.
He loves
whatever is going to come out of this
OPN, we come on the podcast.
It's going to be a total bastardization of your work.
He's definitely... These are the sounds.
Bro, this does not sound like this at all, dude.
It's the same instruments. It's the same kind of like weird synth plugins.
Okay, so Dan says OPN sounds like that. I'm going to go more with like, he's a protege of Aphex Twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of people
we'll let the listeners decide.
Just really, I hope that unlocked some memories.
We have some aging millennials who listen to this podcast. Check out OPN if you have a child who has expressed an interest in being a noise artist, because OPN is truly the peak of the peak of what the outcome of that kind of career pursuit can look like.
If you catch your child watching Criterion Closet Selects, and
you're in danger.
They've started to buy Arc'teryx headgear, then I think they belong at the OPN show.
Yeah. But overall,
Dude, it was a dude fest, as your girlfriend pointed out.
I know.
The boys were out.
Yeah. Yeah. My girlfriend, I thought it would be a cute evening, but instead she's like, why did you, am I encroaching, like interrupting something?
Yeah, is this how dudes, are men okay? Like, should I let you have this?
Check him out. Yeah, he's on tour. Vibes are good.
We've been watching Beef season 2.
Oh, yes. Should we get into Beef? Beef season 2. Which, by the way, there's going to be no spoilers. If you got in trouble for the spoilers.
I think we both got in trouble for spoilers.
What's the grace period on spoilers? You seem to think it's a week.
Month. I don't know. I
you're
ruined the Sixth Sense for my brother when I was a kid.
What?
And I ruined the Sixth Sense for my brother, and he still brings it up.
That's
I
true.
don't think I actually had even seen the film. I just heard the ending, and I just told him.
You're a sicko, Dan. I have a friend who reads the Wikipedia synopsis of everything before she sees the thing.
That's psychotic. Did she not like enjoyment and surprise?
I think she's a control freak. Mm-hmm. You know?
It's like when Harry Met Sally, how he always, whenever he's reading a book, he always reads the last page.
Yeah.
In case he dies.
So yes, let's get into Lee Sung-jin's Beef season 2 on Netflix.
Yeah. When you saw the first episode, were you worried that it was not going to be very Asian? Because the first season was very heavily about the Asian American experience. Starts season 2.
Why are you putting this on me?
I'm
not the representative of an entire continent of people.
I mean, between the two of us, I'm like, who?
And I'm not going to claim that, okay? I'm not Hassan Minhaj. I'm not going to claim that. I have my own lived experience. They have theirs.
You're not going to say that you were beaten and mocked for your ethnicity?
I mean, yeah, I have a stinky lunchbox story, Dan, but this isn't the podcast for that.
I had a stinky lunchbox too. So we all had a stinky lunchbox traumatic experience.
It's like when Stavros has that great joke about like, why is it that every culture is like, yeah, you know what we have in my culture? We love our family and we have great food.
Yeah, we really food really brings us together. Yeah, and then he's like, it's just every people but wasps.
We respect our elders in my culture, okay? So anyways, Beef season 2. This is a very millennial episode. I'm just going to keep saying that sporadically through this episode because Beef Season 2 is continuing this trend of this being the most millennial-coded piece of art that I may have potentially ever seen, dude.
Yes, every needle drop is meant specifically to just like tickle anyone who went to college from like 2008 to 2015.
This is for us, Dan.
Yeah, it's for me.
Absolutely. Like a...
Oh, you know I'm watching that show like M83. It's M83. That's M83. Oh, LaRue.
Oh, Leaky Lee.
I know.
Fundamentally, this is Beef is about conflict. It explores themes of Buddhism and spirituality and what does it mean to be alive through conflict.
Yeah.
So,
and this season is also very White Lotus-y and it's like clash.
Capitalism, Dan.
Yeah. Late stage capitalism.
And I will let you know that the last episode, which I don't know if you've seen, by the way.
I watched the first 4.
Yeah. They talk about capitalism. On our drive back, you're like, oh, is the dialogue about, like, they say it.
They say it,
yeah.
Yes.
There's no winners in capitalism. You do what you have to do, Dan.
Yes. And much like the patriarchy, it hurts everyone. It hurts the men, the 1% themselves.
Exactly. This centers around 2 couples. We have... the working class couple of Kaylee Spaney and Charles Melton, who is arguably one of the most handsome men ever to have existed.
He's kind of fun. He's doing like a real himbo.
I love him, dude.
Yeah. He's doing kind of, did you see Burn After Reading?
No.
Oh, Brian, you got to see.
I saw Stranger Than Fiction the other day, which was kind of like a bad Memento.
Stranger Than Fiction, was that?
With Will Ferrell.
Completely different film than Burn After. What is having, beyond just having 3 words, is that what you had?
It's like a literary fiction, Burn After Reading.
Burn After Reading is the Coen Brothers movie. But in it, Brad Pitt and Francis...
Which, by the way, anyone under 30, well, they don't know what Burn After Reading is.
No one listens to this podcast under 30, so it's fine. They listen to us so we can tell them.
Yeah. You and your tweed blazer against the sepia tone backdrop.
I let them know about
the Gen Zs are like, next. This is not
these very indie artists, the Coen Brothers.
Yeah.
But actually, it's very similar because it's Brad Pitt and Frances McDormand they're like gym employees.
Yeah.
And they're both just extremely dumb and vain. And they find like this disc of John Malkovich's memoirs, and he's a CIA agent, and then they try to blackmail him. So but it's so fun to see Brad Pitt playing like an absolute idiot, trying to blackmail somebody. And there's a similar playfulness in The Beef where like you're kind of supposed to maybe sympathize with the lower class, but he's just such like, he has no idea what he's talking about. And he's just saying like buzzwords like late capitalism and they're really bad at scamming and blackmailing.
I very much love Lee Sung-jin, and I would love to write for or perhaps act in Beef one day as a Korean-American first-gen actor. No. So,
he's bringing in the legends, though. He had the Parasite guy.
Which I love, by the way. So there's a few things that I want to point out that are really funny about this. So Charles Melton, he's sort of carving out himself as like the Michael Jordan of himbo character acting. Like he did that in May, December, where he was a little bit more I Am Sam on the spectrum, but then
innocent.
Innocent. And that is my role model now. I am trying to like not even Charles Melton, the actor, like that character. Okay.
You aim to be more smooth brained.
I want that so badly, dude. Okay, because he has this innocence where everything is just like he has so much empathy. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a lot of fun though. Like,
he could barely read.
Dan, I am telling you that in many ways this podcast has been a source of pain in some ways.
Good, I'm glad.
Simulacrum. I did not know what that word meant before this podcast.
Our audience is going to come for you.
Now I'm saying it.
You're dropping in casual conversation.
And I cannot definitively say that my life has gotten better since knowing these things.
No, it definitely gets worse.
Marshall McLuhan, the medium is the message.
It doesn't.
Has my life gotten materially better?
No. You just understand your material conditions.
I want to understand less. I want to understand less.
Yeah, it's better to just flow, to be in a flow state with the world.
Oh my God. I just like
just work
Charles
out.
Melton, Arina Sabalenka. I want to be like that, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say is like I'm trying to become like a Russian professional athlete. Yeah, I want to have a stack of Van Cleef bracelets, drop money in Miami, drive a Lambo, and just hit ball hard and just dance. It's great, dude.
What do you think of war? War is bad. War is no good.
I don't know, but look at my Gucci bag. It's fantastic.
Well, you shouldn't have stopped playing tennis in middle school.
I know. Fuck me, dude.
Your fuck up. You're recording a podcast with me now when you could be.
This is truly the most millennial show. Like the needle drop in the first episode is Disclosure. Yes. Flume remix.
Wow. These are people who have not thought about it. No one has thought about Disclosure in 10 years.
Who gave us the likes of Sam Smith.
I'm sure Disclosure is still doing, they're playing Garbage Festival in Poland.
Garbage Festival?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You were never into Disclosure when they first came out?
No, I was.
That is the soundtrack to every frat party that we were in, dude.
All the music here is like Neon Indian came to my college. Like that's it. This is what we have.
Oh my God.
It's just very specifically tickling our little taints.
But one of the plot points in Beef centers around the more upscale, well-to-do couple who of Oscar Isaac and Carey Mulligan.
Yeah.
And Oscar Isaac is now
they manage the
country club.
Yeah. Although they're kind of like the petit bourgeois, because they still, what's fun about the show is like to the lower class couple, they're like rich and like have it all, but Carey Mulligan and Oscar Isaac are like still have to answer. They have a boss above them.
Yeah, they're cosplaying.
Yes,
and they have imposter syndrome, and it doesn't. Yeah,
and there's like another gay couple who's starting a B&B like they are, and theirs is like way nicer.
Right.
And so whatever. Everyone always has someone else they're trying to be.
It's much like our lived experience, but to really hammer home the millennialness of all of it, I want to say in like episode 6, there's a line of dialogue that Carey Mulligan says when they're kind of reminiscing on their younger, more bohemian selves. We used to have sex on the polo grounds of Coachella.
Not doing that anymore.
Yeah, Dan. Low key, take me back to a Daybreaker rave.
That's a Heineken activation.
That was
you can't even have sex.
Babe. Remember Daybreaker?
Yes.
What the fuck was that, dude?
There's a lot of there's another scene where they're just like reminiscing about how good the Molly was when they went to see Hot Chip.
Oh my God. Yep, exactly.
Very similar to this podcast where we're just like, remember Girl Talk? That was crazy, bro. Mashup? Zed's dead? What?
OPN is kind of like Girl Talk of this gen.
You mean because he's up there and I'm like, what
He's
are you actually
sampling
doing
things?
up there? Like you're doing the knob, you're pressing knobs. I'm sure you're triggering stuff, but what are you actually doing? I want to
We
bring
should
him on this
ask him.
podcast.
How
This is the
much of it is
most offensive thing we could ask.
But one of the best cameos in Beef is the iconic Korean actor Song Kang-ho.
I thought you were gonna say Michael Phelps.
Oh, right. Michael Phelps makes a cameo in this too.
It just feels like Michael Phelps sent him, the creator, a message and was like, "Love the show." And you're like, "All right, I'll throw Michael Phelps." You want to be Michael Phelps? Just smooth brain, just like I swim.
Swim. I do not. I don't. No, Michael Phelps has too many demons. He's got too much introspection, which is why
Yeah.
he's like shilling better health. I don't want any of that back. Okay.
You want even just content.
I don't. I just want contentedness.
Yeah, you want a lobotomy. You want to be born with a lobotomy.
I want to exist in Miami.
Yeah.
That's what I want, dude.
You could do it.
No, so Song Kang-ho, he is the lead actor in Parasite, the host, Memories of Murder. He's like Bong Joon-ho's muse. And he just makes like a brief cameo as the younger sugar baby to Yoon Yo-jung's character, who is like...
Is she a big
Scion.
actress in Korean as well?
Humongous, dude. These are like legends.
Yeah.
And in order to convince actors to come on your roles in Korea, like the hierarchy of like age comes into play, because Lee Sung-jun on a podcast said that he originally pitched him and he was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't play this character. And then the older woman, Yoon Yo-jung, said that she called him. When Lee shared the news with Yoon, she called Song herself and she was like, yeah, which is like a very like endearing Korean term of like, hey, fucker. Like, you're Song Kang-ho, you're the greatest actor alive. What are you saying you can't figure out how to play this character? Of course you can figure it out and it's going to be great. So you're going to do the show. And he was like, nah. Okay, I'll do the show.
Yeah.
So there we have it, folks.
And
That's
he's
all it
also
takes.
kind of playing an idiot, like a little bit of a himbo
Oh, it's the best.
character when he's like golfing.
It's the best.
He's like, I did it.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
best.
very fun.
It's the best. It's a great show.
People have been saying they don't like this season as much, but I think it's a little more on the nose. There's like definitely some expository
There's a lot more of
moments
that.
where
There's
it's
a
just
lot
like,
more of
okay,
that. Yeah.
we get it. But
it
no,
just it tickles my millennialness.
yeah, and I like that. Like, I mean, White Lotus does this too, but they refuse to just make kind of a clear binary between like poor, good, rich, bad, and it makes everyone's just a scammer. Everyone's just like trying to get theirs however they can, except
Right.
they're all like really dumb and bad at it.
I saw that you tweeted. You're kind of tired of these kinds of shows, though. Oh, great.
Oh yeah. I didn't tweet. Well,
Oh, great. Another show.
no, there was a New York Magazine headline that was like, Beef Season 2 doesn't let the 1% off the hook. And then, I snarkily wrote like, damn, like one more show skewering the 1% and they'll really feel it. Then we'll really take them down with, Succession, White Lotus. They've been suffering. They don't know how to contend with it. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, these shows are just, they're not having it. They feel good. They're cathartic for us, but
Right.
they actually, the 1% continues unscathed.
This is in the vein of like Baby Reindeer, like Richard Gadd.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of art where it's like, I'm tortured and I did some fucked up things and I can't
he's getting it out.
fucking resolve this within
to me,
myself.
it feels like not it feels like not a Netflix show, which is a compliment. It feels like a show that's like actually has depth and complexity and doesn't look like shit.
Which, by the way, like Netflix's executive development team, like who fucking knows how they pick shows or do things, because the creator of Beef said that he had to like make a lot of revisions and changes because they didn't greenlight it after the success of season 1. But then meanwhile, I just read that, do you know the Instagram Shorts series American High?
No.
They just got greenlit. 50 episode season. Each
Yeah.
episode is going to be 12 minutes long, baby. Future of television right there.
I mean, there's two sides of Netflix, which is one, like maybe some shows that people actually watch without looking up from their phone. And then there's like, Mormon dogs or whatever.
right. Go check
We'd
it
love
out.
a show. We'd love to be.
We'd love to be considered. I can
Davidson.
play a himbo.
Yeah. Hire Brian to be a himbo.
I think enough time has passed that in Beef Season 1, I auditioned to play the role of young Mazzino's character.
Really?
The himbo brother to Stephen Young's
and you
character.
didn't get it?
My girlfriend did the self-tape for me,
Yeah.
and to this day, she has said that is... She got the ick from that. It was arguably the worst audition.
All right. For our highbrow Patreon listeners, we're going to actually put Brian's self-tape. So if you want to see it, that's what you got to do. We will humiliate ourselves.
There's nothing more that I want.
For only the highbrow.
Context collapse? Well, my life has gotten worse since learning what context collapse means, Dan.
He does always have a himbo in every season. He loves that. It's fun to write.
Everyone loves a himbo,
like
Dan.
a hot, dumb guy.
Everyone loves a himbo.
Yeah.
You're sharing the
John
only,
Cena in Trainwreck is like the amazing.
The only podcast clip that you have ever shared with me is this recent clip of Cam Newton interviewing Ray J. Everyone loves a himbo, dude.
Those are two himbos. Well, I don't know what Ray J is.
Ray J is
like
the star of the
unfunny Kevin Hart.
I thought it was a musical producer. He's a music producer.
No, I know. He's Brandy's brother.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's famous for the Kim Kardashian sex tape.
Yeah.
That is what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted that to come out of your mouth, not mine.
We've all maybe seen it. Yes. If anyone wants the exact opposite of whatever podcast Brian and I are doing, go watch Cam Newton and Ray J argue about whether Ray J's claim to have a 12,000 body count is mathematically possible.
Right. And then Cam Newton is wearing like the largest Kimosabe hat, and
yes, he's wearing
wearing like the craziest like Betsy Johnson zebra print.
Yeah, he's dressed like a slutty ref. And he's the straight man.
And he literally and figurative, and he's asking Ray J, you can be honest with me, man. Are you gay or not? Anyways, let's move on from that.
It's great entertainment.
Let's move on from that very quickly. So I kind of bring a tech element to this show in true millennial fashion.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you put this on here.
You do have you have aspirations. You still have every once in a while, I feel like in the shower, you'll have a startup idea and you're like, should I throw it all away and find an angel investor? Should I call Y Combinator?
It's easier than ever today, Dan.
I mean, it seems like it.
My thumb is on the button to call Y Combinator every single day, Dan.
Yeah.
You have truly no idea.
What would be your pitch? What's your note? I know you thought about this. I have my app idea. So
you have your app idea?
Yeah.
Well, we'll put that behind on the Patreon.
Okay,
so listeners, if you like what you're
really doing a good job this week, teasing our humiliation rituals. We will be doing a Q&A for the Patreon, and only the highbrow listeners will be able to ask questions.
Yeah.
So that's a little perk. If you want that perk.
So once we get our merch in order, which we are just dangling like a carrot.
Yeah. We're working on it. We just have high standards.
People are now like, when is this merch happening? What is this ruse that you guys have pulled on us? There's some things happening in the tech space, Stan.
Yeah.
For our listeners who are, you're lucky enough to not just be completely oblivious to what is going on in Silicon Valley. Well, things are happening.
Things are happening that will eventually control your entire universe and world.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would be good for the tech listeners of Silicon Valley to kind of absorb and embrace the Middlebrow podcast.
They need this more than anyone.
I think they are Middlebrow curious. That's what's happening on Silicon Valley. Is they're kind of learning to appreciate, taste and the things that make human life worth experiencing.
Yeah, well, they realize that they're robotic and have no actual discernment.
So there was a tweet that went very viral in this past week that really encapsulates what Dan and I are touching on here. It was from a software engineer who, on his own accord, just tweeted, New York City observations after spending last week there, which already framed like a LinkedIn post.
Yes, they can't help it. They can't help it.
I'm not going to use sentences or prose. I am going to list it.
They think their thoughts in LinkedIn. They walk. Their interior monologue is LinkedIn structured.
All right, so I'm going to read this to you verbatim because sometimes the comedy writes itself. New York City observations after spending last week there. People are actually outside touching grass. Very few AI ads or billboards around. Even cafes I went to, very few screens with Claude Code or Cursor. People are way more open to socializing. Everyone is willing to strike up a conversation, not about AI agents, in parentheses. The energy is electric. Everyone's moving with purpose. Found a way to talk to folks without mentioning AI. Way more artists and non-traditional creators. Met an actual physical product designer, which was cool. It's genuinely refreshing to remember there's a whole world outside the feed.
Yeah. These are the people who are literally creating the programs and algorithms that will dictate every single thing we do on planet Earth in the future.
Yeah.
And it's this person.
Yeah.
Who sounds like he just got out of a North Korean prison camp and was allowed back into the world. Like Will Ferrell and Elf. Experiencing the world for the first. What is going on in San Francisco?
It's insane, dude. It's a total bubble. And my entire Twitter feed is just all tech Twitter.
Yeah.
And they're just downstream of so many things that are happening. Like all they can talk about now is just clipping, social media clips. Hey guys, the new era of marketing is here. It's social media clips. That's what you need to be concentrating on. People aren't watching long form anymore and they're just running with it. But I did some sleuthing. I also wanted to, I'm always proactive. I'm on the ground level.
You looked into this guy?
No, I'm trying to level up this podcast any way, shape,
Thank
or
you.
form, okay? And so...
You need to do a better job.
So there is a... They're obsessed with tastemakers and creators now.
Yeah.
As evidenced by TBPN's acquisition of OpenAI's acquisition of TBPN. And so now they have come
And they keep
to...
using this word. They're like, taste is the one thing that
Creators. It's
Yeah.
all about creator
You know what?
economy.
I actually saw a huge amount of tech founders posting that new Young Lean music video
It's crazy.
with the amazing
Directed by Romain Gavras.
choreography by Damien.
Shot by Iconoclast. Shout
Damien
out.
Jallet, Belgian choreographer. Yeah, it is. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. It's really amazing. Particularly the second half, the choreography is incredible. And what's great about it is it's like, it's undeniably human. It's like. It is
Right.
everything that AI is not, and what is beautiful about it is the collective. Is that you know that these are human beings contorting their bodies to create these
Right.
incredible shapes and silhouettes. And I think the tech people are like there is some part of their robot brain that's like, this is human, something special about this. I'm sure they'll also be like, how can we get Sora to recreate this?
Bro, all I've seen
From
are the
first
worst
principles.
conclusions from this, where they're just like, watch the last 2 minutes of choreography. This is evidence that the golden ratio is truly the most beautiful thing on planet Earth.
Yeah. I read Yuval Noah Harari's Sapiens, and it explains the power of the collective.
I mean, Jared Kushner tweeted it.
Oh my God. That's almost, then it's over.
It's over, dude.
It's like the Grinch. It even stirred Jared Kushner's soul. He grew 3 times that day. He understood dance.
Hey, Carly, can you come over here? Check out this music video that I saw from this artist.
You mean Josh
named-
Kushner?
Yeah, Josh Kushner
The
tweeted
good
it.
Kushner.
Sure.
The better Kushner.
The Oscar Health Kushner.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that? That doesn't exist anymore, right?
I used to have Oscar Health up until last year, dude.
Wow.
Was it
That's
accepted
good.
by a lot of
I think you
places?
gotta go on Medicaid. I think I'd rather have Medicaid than have to deal with. I don't want my health insurance to have a flat animated
It was
illustration
truly
style.
so sad trying to navigate the new Memphis design like website to find a number to call and I'd be like, hey, is this covered? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, just double checking that just to see if it was
Yeah,
covered.
you
or
don't
not.
want bubbly illustrations telling you that you've actually been just rejected.
So there's things happening, and there's a unique mind that's burgeoning out of San Francisco. And to hammer this, they've discovered the impact of the creator economy. And so right now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to coalesce and collect all of the creators to create a new kind of media. And so they've on my timeline, there's this thing called newmedia.co that they're
Okay.
trying to push as this like, hey, let's create a directory for all of the new media properties that are out there.
Yeah.
And make it easier for people to collaborate with and do write-ups about X, Y, and Z. And they had a submission form. They're like, hey, if you're not covered on this, throw your name in the ring. So naturally, I was like, hey, maybe Middlebrow, it could be good. So I
You
go.
didn't even ask me about this.
So I go.
You didn't consent.
I did not consent. I just did this. So I go to add our Middlebrow podcast into the mix. And they have a drop-down menu for categories of what type of content your show belongs in, okay? Here are some of the categories.
Did we fit into any of the categories?
No, here are some of the categories.
Okay.
AI, marketing and GTM.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I love how like go-to-market has just become some like masculinized version of just like marketing.
Yeah.
Anyways, go-to-market.
GTM.
Semiconductors. First CFOs. One of my top 3 favorite types of content. First CFOs. SaaS.
Yeah.
Defense. And then media for women.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know chicks are not into sass. Chicks not be sassing.
They're not being CFOs, okay?
Chicks not CFOs, not defense.
Yeah.
AI, there ain't no ladies in AI.
They're like, what are we missing? Oh,
Yeah, what a catch-all. We need a catch-all for
media for women.
for things of the double X chromosome beings. That's what that guy who wrote that tweet was also probably thinking.
Yeah.
I saw lady folk walking about. People had jackets with sleeves on them. Did you know this was possible? They weren't just wearing vests everywhere.
Ugh.
And so are we women? I guess we're women.
I guess
content.
we are.
If you had to slot us in there.
We are media for women.
Media for women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Middlebrow, a podcast for women.
Yeah. We talk about design.
Yeah.
We talk about interior design on this podcast.
And we know that's a woman thing.
Some of our guests have
Ain't
been
no men.
of the homosexual variety.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're media for women. Yeah.
We're media for women.
I'm glad you agree because that is what I categorized as.
Yes.
So they said it'll be 72 hours to determine if we're accepted into it.
Great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's our title.
Yeah.
Should be.
Media for women.
Media for women should be the title of this episode.
Okay, Dan. So you want to touch on... You sent me so many articles this week.
I'm
It's
sorry.
Crazy. It's like...
You know you've signed up. This is going to be the rest of your life. I'm going to the ballet tonight. I don't even know if we're going to talk.
Again?
I went to the Whitney Biennial. We're probably not going to talk. I'm just seeing these things.
You're going
Who
to the
knows
ballet
why?
tonight.
Yeah. I'm
Oh, my.
banning you at this fancy dinner.
Oh, right. We're going to the grill.
We're going to the grill.
Yeah.
I feel like we should do a report about that.
The grill report?
Have you been?
No, it's going to be my first time. This is what I'm wearing to the grill.
Yeah.
Am I going to be underdressed for this?
I hope you get kicked out. The grill's one of those places where like there are like articles about just how impossible it is to get a seat there, and you have to become like best friends with the hostess, and you have to like date them for 3 years, and then like maybe you could sit at the bar
Fuck my life.
at 5 p.m.
And I'm wearing a waterproof
Yeah, what are you wearing,
material.
some fucking
quarter
Orally.
zip. This is actually Royce Hill, by the way.
Oh, I love their chocolate.
Speaking of the grill, shout out to Borgo. Went to
Yeah.
Borgo recently. Took my girlfriend there.
You never been?
Never been.
Beautiful restaurant in New York City.
I need to embrace that as millennials, we are aging into our sector.
The oldie. It's like you go into Chipotle and you listen to music. You're like, why is this so good? And you're like, oh, I'm just old now.
Yeah.
This is it.
You're like, oh, is this classics playing?
Is it classics?
Classics with 2 X's?
Yeah.
Oh, I think this actually might be the Steve Aoki remix
Wow,
of that.
classics used to be good.
No, but I went to Borgo, which is part of the whole Andrew Tarlow restaurant group.
Yeah. You're a little late,
I'm truly late on this, bro.
but it's great little Italian spot. Really very elegant. Kind of has this like wainscoting pine all across that kind of gives it a rustic feel, but it's not. We are a podcast for women. We're a podcast for women.
We're a podcast for women. We're media for women.
Yeah, media for women. Yeah, it's like rustic, but not in like a
Yeah.
campy, kitschy way, in like a very, very elegant, but not,
But it's all making sense though, because Andrew Tarlow, he
nice
has a restaurant
sconces.
group called Marlowe Group, and he rose to fame because he put his tentpole in the ground. He created Diner, which was sort of opened the floodgates of high dining in
Yeah,
Williamsburg.
he's like a Williamsburg,
He's a Williamsburg guy.
and now he's abandoning it.
Well, this is his first Manhattan restaurant.
You do
And
Marlowe and Sons? Is that his?
He does Marlowe and Son, She-Wolf Bakery, Romans in Fort Greene. He's like, brother, I'm grown. I have a house in Connecticut now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing, buddy.
He's Midtown.
Yeah, he's midtowning. And you know what, Dan? Part of being a millennial is just kind of embracing this is your lot in life. You have your tastes. There's no more room for anything new.
Yeah.
I did the whole...
We're trying.
I did the whole Little Debs, like whatever's going on in Hudson. I went to Borgo. I got focaccia bread, fava puree, pickled sardines, guinea heg ragu fettuccine.
You felt right at home.
It's
That
like,
place is for you.
You don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Classics are classics for a reason. And that's kind of like what I think we're doing with this podcast, or trying to do, you know? We're not doing...
we're doing nothing new.
We're not doing the train... Well, you wanted to make content where we gender swap ourselves.
You wanted that. You keep sending me that we should use AI to gender swap ourselves.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
We're in our
We're
lane.
not putting content where it's like
We're in our lane.
what's that train jump game?
I'm gonna edit that out.
You know what I'm talking about.
Age yourself train.
What's the jumping
what
game
is
where they
train
collect
jump?
the rings?
Temple Run?
Yeah. We're not making content with like Temple Run on the bottom half for the 15-year-olds who can't focus on anything because their Chromebooks have melted their brain. Yeah.
Most new restaurants way too fucking loud, dude.
Wow, you're old. This is officially.
It's crazy, okay?
Yeah.
That is like an oversight.
That was the best part of Japan is there's no music in the restaurants. Or almost never.
I could use some music. But again, fucking Borgo, millennial hits, dude. Just have some LCD playing low.
You got to go to Bridges where you can't even hear yourself think.
See, Bridges is trying too hard to be cool.
What's the Gen Z spot? Our Gen Z listeners, let us know.
Where are they going to?
Yeah.
They're going to like fucking Ha's snack bar. Ha's Bistro Ha.
Yeah, okay, great. You have to wait 8 hours to maybe get in.
From some new French Vietnamese cuisine.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I would really
love
love
to
to
go
go
to those.
to Ha's Doc Biet.
You don't have
please.
that hookup?
Oh, why are you asking me if I have that hookup?
No reason.
Oh, interesting.
You've had previously had hookups at
many of Asian
restaurants
the Asian
with-
varietal.
am I wrong?
That's true. That's very true. So please go to Borgo.
Yeah, support them.
Support them.
They need
They
no
need all
help.
the support they can get.
They need no help.
Yeah, you know.
But good for like a bring your parents there. You thinking, where am I going to bring my parents? Visiting New York? Taking a Borgo.
Yeah, take them to
I
Borgo.
feel elegant.
So we should talk about the New York Times article where they compiled. It's basically New York Times is just BuzzFeed now.
It has become BuzzFeed.
They just do rage bait now.
Yes, they have the 30 best living American songwriters.
Yeah.
And they've just completely ingested the BuzzFeed. But they're like BuzzFeed, but like they can actually get Taylor Swift to do an interview. So it's like they can go to places BuzzFeed only dreamed of doing. It does mostly feel like the whole point of this list was to have an excuse to make Taylor Swift content, which they wouldn't put anywhere else, and they can force 17-year-old girls to get New York Times subscriptions. That's like, I think that was
100%.
like, they started with that position and then they backed into doing a 30 greatest songwriters.
Yeah. So they've compiled this beautiful list according to their staff of critics.
Yeah,
The 30
and voters. They had like,
the 30 living best American songwriters. I'm
Yes.
having a stroke and I'm dyslexic and all my adjectives are all out of order right now. Do you remember some names on this list?
I mean, obvious ones.
Stevie
Wonder, Nile Rodgers, Carole King, Lana Del Rey,
Dolly Parton.
Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen.
And then you have Young Thug,
And then you have Young Thug,
Taylor Swift,
Taylor Swift,
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, it because there's a lot people were like, how come there's no Joni Mitchell? Like technically she's Canadian, even though she feels very American. Neil Young, Canadian. Obviously Paul McCartney, British. So but I guess Bad Bunny is technically American.
And I'm surprised that I had some thoughts because when you sent this to me, I told you, songwriting, lyrics, that's the last thing I care about.
But it's not
with
just
music.
lyrics. It's also because they had a bunch. It's the entire thing.
The oeuvre.
The oeuvre. Yeah, although I
Again,
guess like Jay-Z doesn't
my
make
life
his
has
beats.
not gotten better since learning what oeuvre means.
It is a weird line because some people like whatever Carole King are writing the entire song but often not performing it, and other people like Jay-Z are only writing the lyrics, or like Kendrick. Yeah, I don't know. The point of this is just purely, and the same when they release like the best films of the 21st century, it's just for rage bait and for people to click and get mad at and make content just fuels New York Times subscriptions.
So, I read this morning. I had some thoughts.
Yeah.
And then,
Who is your biggest omission?
well, yeah, I started to think about what my omissions were. I would say like Stevie Nicks. Mm-hmm. Is Stevie Nicks one of those weird Canadian ones, maybe?
I don't know. Is she Canadian?
I think it could be one of those sneaky Canadians.
Sneaky Canadian.
But I put Stevie Nicks, Joanna Newsom.
Okay.
Oh, wow. It's kind of weird, huh?
No, that's yours. Madonna, I thought it was weird that Madonna was not on there.
Wow, that's yours.
Madonna was the weirdest one.
Weirdest for the weirdest omission?
Because like, I don't know, like compared to like the legacy of Madonna's music
Yeah.
is way more impactful than Lana Del Rey's, and Madonna has co-writing credits.
Right.
I get they didn't want people who like didn't write. They're just performers.
Right.
Like I guess Beyonce, a lot of her songs were written by other people. And I think The Dream is on there, who writes Beyonce's music.
The Dream is on there. I thought of Wilco,
Sure.
Jeff Tweedy.
Yeah. They kind of had that with Steve, the Magnetic Fields guy, Stephen Merritt, which that was like the only indie representation.
I gotta tell you, bro, this exercise kind of sent me a little bit into an existential, which kind of seems to be a more increasingly frequent occurrence
Yeah.
in my day-to-day
That you'll
existence.
never make this list?
No, not that, dude. It's like, okay, so you have your, like, I mean, this is where really hammering in the millennial of this podcast.
You were sad that Fleet Foxes wasn't on this?
Bro, okay. Have you gone back and looked at any of these music videos for like these millennial banger artists that you grew up listening to? Like, I started watching some Wilco music videos.
No, Wilco is Gen X.
Joanna Newsom.
Yeah.
Okay. The comments, the YouTube comments, it will fucking make you feel so goddamn old, dude.
Oh, is it all just like
I the top comments are always like, my dad introduced this to me when I was 6, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude.
Yeah. Do you remember did you watch The Chair Company where Tim Robinson goes and watches like a YouTube video and like just listening to this in 2025 and it's making me cry?
Dude.
Yeah, that's how you feel.
Insane. So even with Wilco, I rewatched like a live Letterman performance of Jesus, etc. Don't know who is watching this in 2026, but I am forever grateful for this song. I'm writing this on the night before Father's Day. My dad passed away of a heart attack when I was 16. He happened to own a record store. He showed me a plethora of songs and artists, but Wilco and this song in particular will always remind me of him. Miss you always, Pops.
Yeah.
And this same comment, you'll find that on MGMT Kids.
Well,
we're unk, bro.
We're very unk.
And
well, also the media. The even bigger problem is that like the people now who have clout in media and have power are also millennials. So that's why we're getting like the endless Lena Dunham tour. Because that's their bag, and that's the last time there was, that was like the end of like, maybe some sort of conversational art that everyone watched and talked about.
Right.
And so it is just millennials forcing their nostalgia on everyone else, and that's what beef is. And yeah, there's no other reason that any single person should get this much attention for not having really done much in 15 years.
Lena Dunham?
What has she done since Girls? She's not relevant.
I'm a Lena Dunham defender.
I think she's very talented and great, but she's not a relevant.
People forget that she directed a few episodes of Industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gave us HBO's Industry.
There are a lot of people who are directing episodes of TV shows. I'm just like the media attention and the clout that she still has relative to what she has put and the relative to her art. But I think that's fine because like 2015, we sort of it was when we stopped making like mass pop culture media figures. Like so that's why we just are still always going to get the same people.
I'm telling you, the
Jack
lights are on.
Jim Carrey,
another
jackass.
There's nothing going on up here.
You're not thinking about it.
I'm not.
Don't himbo on me now.
I'm trying.
You have to not himbo during the hour of this podcast.
I'm just like I want to just touch grass and enjoy things, Dad.
Yeah.
We don't have to analyze Lena Dunham's rise in fame.
You were making me read her book.
We're gonna do a review of it, by the way.
We're gonna do a review.
We're gonna do a review of it.
Really exciting. Anyway, I was glad no Jack Antonoff. Thank God. Unfortunately, many of the people he has worked with are on here, but he himself, I would have really, they would have
I feel like he should have been
of the
on
list.
there. He's touched so much, dude.
He definitely has.
His fingerprints,
including Lena Dunham, I guess.
Oh my fucking god, dude! I hate how good that made you feel.
It made me feel really good. That's all I have. I mean, speaking of the New York Times, there's a major scandal that we have not touched on.
Oh yes, dude.
Yes.
This impacts you in particular.
I mean, I think this impacts me.
Well, what's the scandal? Name the scandal, and we gotta describe how. Well, like who?
You should. You can intro.
Okay, listeners, there was a big scandal with the New York Times because
rocked the world of retired librarians everywhere.
Yeah, you're saying retired librarians. If you ever owned / are friends with anyone that owns Dansko clogs, you will have heard of this scandal.
Yeah. Check in with them. Check in with everyone from Berkeley, California to the Upper West Side who does crossword puzzles. Needs your help.
Like if you own a Bagoo tote and you work or have worked at a nonprofit, this will have rocked your world.
Yeah.
Your lunch may have been ruined.
Yeah. This is your Strait of Hormuz.
Rachel Comey, does that ring a bell?
Yes.
You're going to be rocked by this. So I guess in the first time in New York Times' crossword history, they have published in print an unsolvable puzzle.
Unsolvable
puzzle.
In the magazine last Sunday.
Yeah.
They printed a grid that did not match the clues. It did on the app. I asked my friend Adam, who has published many crossword puzzles, is like, did the constructor community, were they also mad? And he's like, none of us knew because we all do it on the app.
Is that what it's called? Constructor, yeah. Constructor community.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I learned a new word today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give it up for Brian, everyone. Brian learned a new word today.
So I guess there's a word for people who really passionately enjoy solving puzzles and creating puzzles. Cruciverbalist.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Cruciverbalist. Sure.
Again, I learned that word 4 hours ago.
I think that's me. I do the puzzle every day.
My life has only gotten more stressful since learning.
Do you do the New York Times crossword puzzle?
I do the mini.
Oh my God. The mini, you may as well do the Wordle, Brian. The mini.
I feel like I am in arrested development because I am friends with many people who get their rocks off on solving the New York Times crosswords. I have never been able to solve crosswords. Does that surprise you?
I think you...
Do you solve them consistently?
I do it every day, and I can solve it every day. Maybe once a month, there's... Maybe less. Maybe like once every 2 months, there's a Saturday that I can't get, but usually I can do every... But it's only because I've been doing them my whole life. Like, the only thing that helps, it doesn't make you smarter. Because the first time you try to do a Saturday, you're like, I can't do that. I have no, capacity to even make heads or tails of this. And then you just slowly start to learn, like, their tricks, how they frame things, what they're asking for.
Right.
You learn how to put endings and how to guess kind of in a way that gives you a foothold.
Right.
And then you just get better at doing it. That's the only thing that crosswords puzzles helps you with, is getting better at it. And sometimes it reminds me that I don't have dementia yet. I'm like, okay, I can still do a Friday. But this
you
was
weren't
a fucking scandal.
You weren't afflicted by this.
Well, I get the paper on the weekend, so I do the Sunday in print with my wife, but I had seen apology tweet by the New York Times, so I was not afflicted by this.
You weren't tricked
by this cruel scandal. Just think about the heart attacks that all these
the snowbirds in Florida just getting fucked by this crosswords.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this. I don't think this was a misprint.
What do you mean?
I think this was an intentional move by Will Shortz.
By Chaotic Good, the evil PR company.
Yes, I think... I was thinking, the Situationists, led by Guy Debord, this group in the 1950s and 1960s, they would do things like they would walk Paris with a map of Berlin.
What's this? Is that it's like an artistic?
It's like an artistic movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So they would do surreal Dadaist things like walk Paris with a map of Berlin, and because in their mind, cities were constructed to control human beings, to send us from our homes to work to shopping. And by using the wrong map, it forced us to reveal the hidden truths in the city and see it in a new way and kind of shake us
So
out
it's
of
like
our
kind of
life.
like SantaCon, but for 1940s.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But by the way, did you see that the creator of SantaCon went to prison for
The least surprising news. The least
embezzlement?
surprising news.
Didn't know that there was like an initiative behind SantaCon other than to just black out.
Yeah,
And
I guess it's
Anyways.
also to steal money.
to go on. Okay. So
Yeah.
situation
It's like Black Lives Matter, but for white people. They embezzled a lot of money.
Okay.
So they would try to create moments of spontaneity and wake people up from their stupor. So I think Will Shortz is trying to do the same thing to the doers of the crossword puzzle, forcing them to have clues that did not match up to the grid, to shake them by their lapels, Brian, to force them to confront the rigidity of their petit bourgeois lives, their relentless, mundane nothingness that they never even wake up. They're in a stupor. Okay, they just follow the strictures of the grid, letting it control their lives. And now finally, this wakes them the fuck up, Brian.
Exactly.
Okay,
AGI is not coming.
Yes, it makes them feel human, realizing that there's actually something wrong. Maybe they'll reconsider everything. If the crossword doesn't match the grid, then what is even truth anymore? And so I salute Will Shortz for this Dadaist, avant-garde,
This act of protest.
Yes, which he snuck in to the New York Times crossword puzzle. Kudos to him. And I want more of this activism and surrealism in everyday life.
I saw that you commented that,
Yes.
and they had the most likes. I was so proud.
I'm doing well.
I was like, that's my podcast host.
I'm trying to get more into commenting on pretentious things on Instagram posts.
Where's your baffler? Where's your N+1 comment?
I need to do it. I am getting roasted because I commented on a Daniel Sloss comedy clip that drove me particularly insane. That was like making really hack jokes about modern art, and I just said that he's like a Neanderthal and making the easiest lame jokes. And then all his followers are saying I'm like really not fun at parties and stuff like that. But I'm standing up for something, and it feels good. So go to Daniel Sloss's page and go to his video where he makes the stupidest, most hack jokes about modern art, and you'll see my comment and come to my defense.
Oh my God, dude.
Listeners, if you care about me and this podcast and what's good for the world. That's it. End of rant.
End of rant. Is that end of podcast even? Fuck, man. When we're to 6 feet under, there are going to be YouTube comments on like 100 Gex videos. Mm-hmm. My dad showed me this.
My dad showed me this.
My dad
It's going to be on our podcast.
My dad showed me Tu Hollis, and now whenever I listen to Tu Hollis, it reminds me of him.
Yeah, it comes for us all.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for supporting the podcast.
Subscribe to YouTube.
If you haven't done so already, subscribe to YouTube. Look at this beautiful set. Thanks to Fringe Studios. Support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
Listen to our weekly newsletter.
Listen to it.
Listen to it. Yeah. You can listen to it.
You can.
Or you can read to it.
You can read it.
Read it.
Do whatever, however you want. Eat it. You could eat it.
Yeah.
We're making an edible newsletter.
Yep.
Only for the highbrow listeners.
It might be on blockchain technology.
Yeah. It should be. Sell that to Y Combinator.
Okay. Well, bye everyone.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.